Diane sauce, super retro recipe, but it's timeless and there's good reason for that. It's delicious. Usually you would make it with a rump steak, but I'm going to change up the protein and serve it with duck. It works a treat. And of course, it's got to go with some crispy chippies. So the most important thing when you're cooking your duck breast is to preheat your oven to 190 degrees and then dry the duck breast out. So take it out of the packaging, place it on a plate, and then pat it dry with some paper towel on both sides. Okay. If you have time and if you're super prepared, then place this into the fridge so that skin goes super dry. The drier the skin, the crispier it's going to be. Next step is to score, and just using a sharp knife, nice light scoring so it doesn't go all the way through to the meat. We're just scoring the fat, and that's just going to allow all of the fat to render. Okay. Next, seasoning, a good pinch of salt on both sides, and no oil is required. And then into the pan. Now this pan is not on yet, so there's no sizzle. We place that into a cold pan, again with no oil, and then the heat goes on. And this is where you just need to be a little patient. You want to slowly render down that fat. Once all that fat is rendered and we've got a crispy skin, we can turn it over and it just goes into the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes at 190 degrees. Now while that's coming up to temperature, I'm just going to prepare the sauce, that classic Diane sauce that has a combination of cognac, cream, it's got Worcestershire sauce in it. I've got some French shallots, I'm going to finely chop them. I've also got some garlic that I'll also finely chop. Duck is out of the oven. I've just removed it from the pan and allowed it to rest. Now I have removed some of the fat. There's about a couple of tablespoons left. Don't throw that. Pop that in a jar into the fridge. Next time you want your potatoes, use that. Delicious. All right, the pan's back on a medium heat, and in go our finely chopped shallots and our garlic. We'll just coat them in the duck fat. Any of those caramelised bits equals flavour for our sauce. To this I'm going to add some tomato paste. Is going to give our sauce a really nice richness. Okay, now time to flambe. So I'm using some brandy here. We'll just pour that in. Ooh. And we're just going to flambe that, not only for the drama, but also want to cook off the alcohol. Give that a stir. To that, I'll add some Worcestershire sauce to give it a really nice savoury flavour. And some stock, just some beef stock. And now we just want to allow that to bubble away, reduce by about a third. Then I'm going in with lots of cream to give us a really nice finish on the sauce. In the meantime, I'm just going to finely chop some parsley. Okay, this Diane sauce has thickened up nicely, so we'll finish that off with some freshly chopped parsley, and I like some freshly cracked pepper too, so be quite generous with the pepper. And we can start slicing our duck. Now, it's been resting for a while, and let's slice into it. Crispy skin, oh, perfectly pink all the way through. And you can see how thin the fat has become up there. That's what we're after. So for this, you can actually cut them into thicker medallions because it's being served with quite a robust sauce. And then the other piece of duck, see there's no juices whatsoever on the board. That's what we're after. You know that the duck is well rested. And don't worry about it going cold. It will keep its warmth. The residual heat will stay in the duck. We're also going to be serving it with a piping hot sauce. It's best to rest it for optimum texture and taste. Okay, I like to start with the sauce. I've got a generous oval presentation plate here, and we'll add lots of the sauce, a couple of spoonfuls at least, just to one side. And the duck can sit on top of the sauce because I want to keep that crispy skin. We'll put 2 duck breasts. This is a plate for 2. And chippies. Chippies and duck, very French. So we're going to add a pile of chips. Of course, you can serve this with some steamed veg or just a simple green salad would do. Duck Diane, it's an absolute delight. And be sure to serve it with chips because you want these chips just to dip into this delicious sauce after you've eaten all that yummy duck. So good.